Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is me catching up to you and addressing an old review. I wanted to talk about this real quick. Actually, today I was going to make a video about something entirely different. Didn't really work out that way, but I thought I'd bring this up. This is an old one, but I think it's a good one. And I think it's the video más importante. This is an important video, so let's hit that real quick. So you can see here on the Spyderco sharpener, I've got some material. This was a Christmas present from my brother. I have been hesitant to put this onto War Chief, right? A main battle rifle, something that I'm really going to use. I am going to put this onto one of my 22s, which actually gets more use than those rifles, believe it or not. So this is testing of that material. This has gotten quite a bit of handling, and this stuff so far has been pretty cool. At first it seemed like it might not be able to deal with things. You see how that's going, right? But overall it kind of is, and it's standing the test of time. So I'm gonna put this on a 22 and we'll check that out in a later video. Anyway, Jack Daniels Old Number 7, thank you very much. Very good. If you remember my Streamlight review, this is the single cell AAA micro stream. You can go back and watch the video of that before. Yes, Amazon Basics. I actually made that video for one person. Shout out to Becky. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing okay. I've had this light since well before she noticed it and wanted to know about it, and that's why I made the product review of it. It is a fantastic light. Tell you what, have you ever played the game Ghost Recon? The one where you're in Bolivia and it's like, nothing in Bolivia is like this and we're just making a thing, blah 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 blah. And what was the bright flashing lights? If you've got a problem, you might have a problem. Anyway, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Been playing that video again lately, and Gabe pointed out to me, which was really cool. You can refresh the paint on the guns, and the longer you go in the game, the more the paint wears down, and you get these you get these little edges, right, where the paint is worn down. And if you catch that, you go into the menu and you pull up the weapon and you can refresh the paint on that like you resprayed it, right? And this is what you get. How cool is that? And I'll tell you, you might notice, I'm gonna not click, I'm just gonna push. You might notice, I don't know if you can tell that. It's not that big of a difference. One is less focused and less bright. The other one's a little more bright and more focused. And the reason for that is one of them has been on my side for a few years and got cleaned with carburetor cleaner. And that is not good for the lens. Just a shout out there so you guys know. That's not really good for that lens. You can see what happened there. The other one is brand spanking new. So I'll tell you what happened. I went out of town and I did a PM service on a machine, preventative maintenance service on a machine, and I accidentally left this in the machine. Stupid as. But I left it there, and well, you know what? It's 3 months until I do that service again. I'll do that service again, I'll get my flashlight back. And I think it was 2 months in, and I went, you know what? I can't live without my flashlight because my eyes are so bad, which I'm gonna throw a shout out to Ken's Optical. I have new glasses ready. I'm gonna go pick those up. Oh, I can't wait. They are for my new prescription because my eyes have gotten worse. But part of that is the up close stuff. I really need a lot of light, right? I really need a lot of light to see what's going on. And you see how that's kind of fluttering. This thing's old. It's been on me for 2-3 years. This one is more solid. The connections are better, it's cleaner, it's newer. So anyway, I had this for almost a year before I made the last video, and this is the light in that video, just so you know. This one I just got about a month ago, and I'll tell you, I think it was 2 weeks ago? No, a week and a half ago. It was about a week, because tomorrow's Friday. It was about a week and a half ago. I opened that machine up. I did the preventative maintenance on it again for the quarter, every 3 months, right? And this was still there. Awesome. I was so stoked. If I can find that picture, you're looking at it. So I was so stoked to get this back because this thing's been with me so long, and you can see the wear and tear that's going on here, you know, after years of service. This thing's been fantastic. So got this back, cleaned it, sanitized it. Believe me, it needed it. You saw the picture, right? Or maybe you did not. We'll see if I can find that picture. I know I took a picture. So I sanitized it, then I cleaned it, got it going, got a battery in it. Work has started supplying batteries, so that's really cool. I think the other guys have probably needed that. And that's why we've got AAAs available at work now, which is great. I have AAAs here if we need them. I would prefer, because the most I use this, most of my waking hours are at work, right? The most I use this is at work. It's really nice that work supplies the batteries for it. So anyway, 2 months, no light. I can't get along with that. I ordered a new light, and I've had this for 3.5, 4 weeks. I went ahead and ordered it. I got it. I've been using it for a couple of weeks. I lost it a week ago, and this has been sitting in the center console of my work truck, right? This has been sitting there without a battery in it, just sitting there, sanitized, clean, etc. This one disappeared on me. What the heck, John? Yeah, I know, I'm retarded. So you can kind of see everything's a little bit tighter on this, right? It's a brand new flashlight, but about a week ago I lost it and I couldn't find it. So I went in and stuck a battery in this a couple days ago. I've been carrying it again. Fine, I'm happy. It's all good. Everything's, just brilliant. I've got my light back. So stoked with this. Tonight I went out and I changed out my laundry. I changed out the laundry. This thing has been through the wash and it's been through the dryer 1.5 times. And I went out and I heard clunk, 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 you know, right? Because you hear stuff that's loose, and I went and got it out, and just being forgetful, I didn't realize it was whatever. So I went and I kind of lifted all the clothes out, went to the bottom where it sounded like it had dropped, and this thing had been through the wash and been through the dryer. And I'll tell you, that's phenomenal. I'm so pleased with that. I'm so pleased with that. I can't tell you how happy I am. I just, wow, that's amazing. I'll tell you, the only other flashlight that I can talk to you about and tell you in all earnest and honestness that's been through that kind of torture. I have an original Surefire P6 from when Surefire only made the P6. That's all they made. They did. There was one Surefire flashlight. It was a P6. That's all they made. And I have one, and that thing was in my bag, whatever I had at the time. It was just basically a backpack. That thing was constantly with me. They used 123As. They were kind of expensive, and for me at the time, we just had kids. They were very expensive. And that flashlight went missing. Kind of like this one did, right? That flashlight went missing, and I didn't know what happened to it. And the boys were in diapers, and they were still, you know, running around, toddling around, getting into things. You know, you really got to lock your house down with little kids. And I didn't realize that they had got a hold of my flashlight off my nightstand, because anything Dad has is cool, right? I mean, we're all guilty of that. Anything Dad has is cool. And that's something that I had, and they apparently thought it was cool, and they were playing with it. One of them was playing with it. Oh man, that won't even turn. That's how tight that is. That's how loose that is. Anyway, apparently one of them got in it, and that flashlight went missing. I couldn't replace it. It was more expensive. It was something I came by. It wasn't something I bought at the time, and I couldn't afford to replace it, and I just lived without it, you know. And I think it was missing a little over a year. And Mom got out in front of the house, and she tilled the planter in the front and planted tomatoes and some herbs and some really, really cool stuff. We had, so boy, I'll never forget. Ben took a tomato off of the vine and was walking across the yard in his soaking wet diaper. They'd been playing in the hose, and he's like, arr, arr, arr. He just had the tomato. It was just like falling apart under his hand, but he was just gnawing on the insides of it. Arr, 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 arr. He just had this happy look on his, not happy, just blissful. It was awesome. Anyway, those were the plants that Mom planted. But when she tilled the planter, she found that flashlight, and it had been in that planter, buried for over a year. And she handed it to me. She's like, "Is this yours? This is yours, isn't it?" I looked. I'm like, "Yeah, I've been missing this for a long time." And I don't know which one of the boys got a hold of it. I don't know what happened, but it was in the planter. It was buried under the dirt for over a year. And I pulled that Surefire P6 from the mid-90s or whenever it was. I pulled that thing out. I rubbed all the dirt off of it, right? I twisted the handle in just enough, and I pushed the button, and the light came on. Oh, guys, that's amazing. You know, can you go and find an original Surefire P6 now? No. But I will tell you, I've had a couple other Surefires. They've been fantastic. On that level, I don't know. I'm not willing to go bury a flashlight for a year to see if it works. but they've been fantastic. I do have a Surefire that's been a constant companion in my bag with me all the time. Hang on, quick edit. I'll go get it and we'll bring it back here. Right? So these are the two flashlights that I carry in my bag as backups to this one, but now this one, right? This is the Stylus Pro. Yes, Stylus Pro. I can't believe I remembered that. This one is about 50% brighter than these. Except for it's not right now because those batteries have been in there for probably over a year. But the Stylus Pro, I'm going to say, is a 2-cell light, right? Very good. Great light. My only problem with it is it's like 50% brighter than these, but with 2 batteries, it lasts about twice as long as these. My only problem with it is I can clip this to my ball cap, which is funny because with a ponytail, I don't really wear ball caps anymore. I can't clip this to my ball cap. This is just a pocket clip, and that's fine. It goes in the bag. I can stick it in my mouth. I can, but it's a lot longer lasting. And it's a little bit brighter. Good flashlight. This has 2 settings. Did that on purpose. There's a point to that. You turn the cap in enough and it's constantly on. But if you turn it back just a little bit, oh, come on. There we go. No. What are you doing, man? Making me look bad on my video. Oh, yeah. You can turn it in all the way. That's how little I go to this. If you turn it all the way, the cap works. So this is the low setting. And that's about equivalent to one of these. The low setting. The high setting is well over twice as bright. And it has the backwards clip. Now, why did I buy this? This is an E1L Outdoorsman. It's a Surefire, okay? Good grief, John. It's a Surefire. Why did I buy this? Well, they were on clearance at Sport Chalet. So, and I like that you can disarm it and then use the cap. I like that. For storing this in a bag, having it as a backup, I think that's great. If you keep rolling this back, you will find that this carries... Oh no. See, this is how little I use this thing. That battery's been in there well over a year, which is one of the things I like about the 123As, and I always carry a few spares. There's an actual Surefire 3-volt 123A, right? Lithium battery. This one's a lithium. I'll tell you what I've done, and a couple of friends told me why you don't use them that much. I went ahead and got rechargeable 123As off of Amazon. Fantastic buy. The weapon light on my AR-15 uses 2 123As. The weapon light on my M1A Scout uses 2 123As. So they're rechargeable. This will, when this battery dies, this will roll over to a rechargeable 123A because I have a couple extras and I can recharge them. And I'll probably, at that point, will start using this more, to be honest. But this is a ball cap light. Can you see that? This is a ball cap light. Boop. This is not a good pocketable light unless you stick it all the way in your pocket. But I got this on clearance. That's the only reason I bought it. It was inexpensive. The low setting is about equivalent to these. It's a little bit better, not much. It's about halfway between this one and these. And it's been a great light. And that battery's well over a year old. The high setting on this is almost a tactical light setting. And I'll tell you, I would never use this as a tactical light. The reason is, and I still use a, let me go get it. What? You know it. I still use a TLR1. And the reason I use this light, and this does have rechargeable 123As in it. The reason I use this light is it's on when I want it, or it's on. It doesn't have a laser, it doesn't have a guidance system, it doesn't have a BS mamba jamba blah 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 blah. There's no 23 settings. There's no BS to this. I picked this gun up. It's got a red dot. It's a 4-minute dot. It's super simple. It's an AR. How hard is it to run an AR? This thing's garbage. Absolute garbage, but it's California compliant. It's also easily removed. So I didn't say that out loud. Don't tell on me. That's just between me and you. Anyway, I have a TLR1 that is momentary and permanent on, right? The thing is, it's super simple, but it takes two 123A batteries. I'm not going to pull those out of there. Sorry, guys. This, unfortunately, takes a different battery, but we have a couple of these, and they're good for like 50,000 hours or something stupid like that. So, fantastic firearm, a fantastic light, and a fantastic red dot. Fast as fast can be, and I can see. Right? That TLR1, super simple. I don't have to think about it. It just does what it does. It's the one setting. Anyway, that's what I like about that. That's why I went ahead and got the rechargeable 123As. I really like those. I'm really happy with them. This one will get one when this year plus old, almost 2 years old battery finally dies. Right? But in the meantime, a la Wildlands, refresh the paint. This is still my EDC. This is still my go-to. This is the thing to have. And if you don't have one of these, I'm telling you, brother, you're missing out. This is the thing to have. This is good. It's really good. It's really good. And it's better in a couple of ways. But for something you're going to put in your hand every day and actually use, I'm telling you, this is the thing to have. It really is. So there you go. There's a follow-up. There's a follow-up to my EDC flashlight. If you don't have one of those, I don't know why. Nobody listens to me anyway, so I guess that makes sense. Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. So, coming up, I want to talk about the DGR. I want to talk about a couple other things. There'll be politics in that video. And then coming up, I'm trying to work it out. The fork seals are in. I have heard from Pro Italia. The fork seals are in for the Interceptor 650. That bike is so friggin' cool. God, I love that thing. The fork seals are in. I'm going to work out a date to get them changed out. She finally got them. You guys in Chennai, India, I love and appreciate you. Thank God you got to go back to work. Thank God you got to go back to work. I'm so pleased with that. I'm hoping you guys are seeing more freedom. I saw Toll-Free Traveler from your neck of the woods. He just got an X-Pulse 200 or 250. I think it's an X-Pulse 200. It looks like a cool bike. I got to go back and watch the next video. I haven't caught up with that. There's so much going on here in politics that it's hard to catch up on that stuff. But love his channel. You guys should go check that out too. Anyway, the next video, I'll talk a little bit more about the DGR, and I want to talk about YouTube analytics and what I'm seeing there. And yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I love how they did the W as a cutout. I don't know why I threw that back in. Anyway, wherever you're at, guys, whatever you're doing, I hope it's going well for you. I hope things are good. Take care. God bless, Godspeed, and I'll catch you on the next one.